Amber Cheyenne. Today on Scorpio Books, we have Addie joining us on the channel. We're going to go over the rules to surviving a horror film. Let's start off with rule number 1, which is remain calm. Addie, you're running through the woods and the killer's after you, but your group has completely panicked and you have more than one killer chasing you. Your group has panicked and ran off in the opposite directions. What do you do? Because you've got one following right behind you and 2 other people that managed to stay together.
You remain calm and hide until you have a chance to escape.
Very good. Then, on rule 2. This rule is important. So many characters in horror films die because of this rule, which is why I brought this example up on the first rule. Rule number 2 is stay together. If you're in a horror film and the people suggest, let's split up, and you're already seeing 2 people, 2 bodies, and seeing somebody else roll down the hill dying, what do you do?
First, you gotta talk to the dead body and say, "What'd you do, stupid head?" And second, you gotta just, tell them to split up the rest of the group.
Okay, on the rule 3. This rule we have been taught since we were little. Anything and everything is a weapon. If you're running in the middle of the woods, you have an endless supply of weapons. Use your environment to your advantage. You have sticks and rocks. You probably even have a cliff. You can probably trick the killer into running off the side of the cliff. Or get him close enough that way you can pick up the biggest freaking stick you can find and whale him in the head and knock him off the side of it.
What if that dude's like John Cena or something?
Then you better catch him off guard.
Then I'd be jumping off a cliff.
Okay, chicken shit. Okay. On to rule 4. Trust your instincts. If you walk into a gas station and this person is chopping up some unknown meat, and something tells you something's off, don't get this. Get in the car and leave.
Would you like some chicken?
And leave. You should probably listen to your instincts and hightail it. Or if you got somebody following behind you and you're going to your car and you're in the middle of the city, you're walking down a dark alley to go to the parking lot where you parked your car for some reason, you have this person following you, and he got 2 buddies following him.
And he's the one being stalked.
I think it's the victim being stalked there, not him, because the 2 people behind him are his buddies, Addie.
Oh, that's when you turn around and say, "You like what you see?"
No. Our rule is you always have a knife on hand. So you calmly reach into your... What are you doing?
I don't have a knife.
Addie, you're at my house. Of course you don't have a damn knife. This room has 6 different weapons in it. There's literally a hatchet over here. There is a machete up there.
I don't know.
There's bow and arrow over there.
I really don't mean grab the camera and throw it at him.
But you reach into your purse or you reach into your pocket, you pull out your knife, but don't make it obvious, otherwise
What if them things are fake pockets, huh? Them old skinny jeans.
And then you're doomed. Or you better have it clipped to your side.
You betcha I'm suing that company.
You can't sue the company for your lack of knowledge. But you reach into your purse or into your pocket or onto your side since you want to be a smart ass. You grab your knife, but you don't make it obvious, otherwise you're going to go to disarm the knife first. What on earth? Really? Did you feel short? grab the knife without making it obvious and slowly start to open it in case they go to jump you. Don't turn around in case they're not actually following you. Because it's not going to look good if they're not following you and the car's parked beside you and you stab one of them and they're innocent.
Boo-hoo, they're innocent. You make them look guilty.
Please don't take her advice. But now, if you're the only person there, and you know for sure they're following you, and you know for sure they're going to kill you because maybe they're pulling a knife or a gun, what are you doing?
The camera's messed up.
It,
Not over
Addie, it works like a mirror.
So if I look into a mirror right now, it'd be saying,
You're so pretty. You're so pretty. We're just going to move on to our, what was it, 5th rule? Yeah. Adapt to your surroundings. If you're in the woods, use the trees. Use every pothole you can find. Use every tiff hole or cliff you can find to
or a
your
turkey bed.
advantage. Use all of it to your advantage.
Use a turkey bed as a bathtub bed.
If you have a killer after you, Annie, you're not going to take that time.
I wouldn't want to walk up to no one and smell stinky. I want to die smelling good. I mean, I
So
smell
you-
good
so
when
you're
I find my
gonna-
dead body.
You're going to roll over and let the killer kill you instead of fighting back.
If it's a guy, you gotta kick him where it hurts. If it's a girl, then you just gotta stab him.
And what if it's a monster?
Monster?
Well, what if it's a monster that's going to eat you alive if you can't figure your way out of these damn woods because you want to lay in a turkey bed?
Where's a stick? That's what you do if it's a monster. Or if it's a vampire, say, bite me.
Please don't.
No.
You slay vampires. You slay them. You kill them.
Well, yeah, I know how to kill them.
Then don't bother with trying to tell them to turn me because they're going to come through and drain you dry. And you're going to be a dead body on the ground with no blood.
Then you're gonna be stinky.
Or say you're in a kitchen filled with knives and pans and hot grease and fire. You want to know what's flammable? Grease. You want to know what's probably also flammable?
Fire. No, fire is fine.
The killer or the monster. You want to know how you catch them on fire? You dump the grease on them and you throw a match. Watch how quick they burst up in flames.
Watch out, Chris. That's the
Or-
things get
You know those knives?
mad.
You can either stab them, or you can throw them if you know how to throw a knife. You probably don't want to test it, otherwise you might hit them with the handle. You want to hit them with the blade.
That's when you gotta be good at throwing darts, like me.
Throwing knives and throwing darts are two different things. But you can, there are so many solutions to the kitchen or the woods. Now let's say you're in a parking garage. Seen this? The person knows how to hotwire cars.
I don't make time these.
The person knows how to hotwire a car. But they're panicking trying to find their car keys. And they're right beside 3 cars that are unlocked.
Hijack a car for Pete's sake.
There you go.
I mean, I
It's
think
a
I
good
know
giveaway.
how to hotwire one.
You do not know how to hotwire, and please do not attempt it.
No, I'll get electrocuted. I mean, I stick my pinky into it out like this shit.
Okay, Sparky Jr.
I had food stuck in there, okay? Charlie stuck food in it. I tried digging it out and I got shocked. Better than like Dad sticking a fork in the outlet.
Dad didn't ever stick a fork in that one. He stuck a penny. He stuck either a pin. I think he stuck a pea in that one when he was in elementary. But back to the horror film topics, and please take all this in consideration. Considering she literally suggested you let the vampire bite you instead of fighting for your life. Please consider that. And don't just go out and murder somebody. And don't just stab somebody for the hell of it. On to rule 6. Look before you leap. This should probably mean you think before you take a step.
Yeah, like me.
Don't be that person that's just going to jump to conclusions that this person's going to kill you because they're walking behind you.
Why'd you take my phone?
There is a difference. There is a difference between walking behind you and following you to kill you. Is there not? And then, if you wake up and you're in a field, and you were in the city, but now you're in a field with no buildings around you,
Moo.
but there's no cows and no animals around, but you're stuck with a bunch of people that are all got handcuffs and stuff on, please look before you start running away.
Where's Hitler?
But look before you start running away, because there's possibility that the people dump you off in the minefield and are using you for their own entertainment. They are probably waiting to shoot you the moment you step in the line of their sniper scope. There is probably mines everywhere for when you step, you blow up and they can catch it on film. There are probably traps that are going to be pitfalls. Well, who knows? You might land on a bunch of spikes in the bottom of the hole. You might get trapped in the hole and starve to death. But no, with all of these horror films, you go watching them and you think, Addie, please get back up into the line of sight for this camera. But you would think that some of these people would have enough common sense to survive. But they wind up dying. Because they cannot have enough time or enough common sense to think, should I make this move? Should I run and scream and bump into the killer and then scream some more? While they're slowly dropping the body they just killed and pulling up the axe to chop off your head? Or I don't know, the vampire's still feeding on the person and you ran into him? You're going to stand there and scream and panic and give them a chance to take a chunk at you? Or are you going to take off in the opposite direction, screaming and giving away the rest of your crew along with your location? But no! Or are you going to be that person that thinks everything through before you act? You remain the person that remains.
No. Just pee your pants.
The person that remains calm and vigilant and trusts their instincts and Alright, I think we're done for the day because it's official, my little sister has lost her sanity. This is Scorpio Books. Feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and ring the notification bell when you want more info.